Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Figma Chisato Arashi from Love Live Superstar. We're going to go ahead and put her off the side and look at the box, which is, yes, is very, very pink. You can see that she's, there, nice photo of her there, or the figure. You got the Bandai Namco Arts sticker right there, Chisato Arashi, number 545, the Love Live Superstar logo in Figma, Next Factory up here. Up here you got another picture of her, kind of doing her weird rap thing, kind of. Long story. There's another picture of her on the side there. On the side you have another picture, and on the bottom you have another picture, and on the back you have a lot more pictures and warnings and all that stuff, and ages 15 up, not for children. And also get the instructions, which, there's not a whole lot to say really, but they are in English and in Japanese, and these are really thin paper, and there you go. So, yep. Yeah, Chisato here. She is a character from Love Live Superstar, and yes, I like Love Live Deal. Yeah, you can see, getting up close, you can see got the weird white hair and the reddish eyes, which makes you think albino, so I'm not sure. They never really get into that, just white hair, reddish eyes, and but yeah, you got the uniform with the red ribbon and the white undershirt and the gray overall skirt thing. Yeah, I guess you got that stuff. You got the black socks and brown shoes, so yeah, brown shoes and that stuff, and not really much on the back, so there's little pigtails and the very round thing, because she likes round things apparently. So yeah, and of course the stand, which is typical Figma stand. You got the hexagonal base, and you got the swivel and the hinge and the hinge and the hinge for lots of posing. Overall, pretty solid. Pretty much the same as the other Love Live ones so far. The other two that I've done so far, and really not really a whole lot to say here. Her head, articulation-wise, head is ball jointed left and right and up and down, and get a little bit of wiggle there. Are these articulated at all? No, at least no, they're not. Now you got shoulders, which do a full 360. Although you got to be kind of careful how you position the sleeves. They can also go up and down a bit, and outward and forward and back a little bit as well. Got the elbows, which get a nice deep curl that way. You can also break the elbow if you want, and you got a swivel there at the right above the elbow. The hands are on ball joints, so you got posability there. Well, that pseudo ball joint that Figma does. So you got the swiveling, and you got a hinge if you want. The waist is also on a ball joint, so you got left and right, and you got crunch and all sorts of wiggle there. The hips, of course, kind of a little limited thanks to the skirt, but the skirt is made of rubbery material, rubbery or plastic, so you do have a bit of movement that way and outward. You got a bit, and I believe the thing kind of can extend a bit as well to help facilitate that. It's kind of, you can hear that kind of a little bit. And there's a little bit of extension there to help facilitate that. Thighs can swivel a bit. You got knees, which have a nice bend. There's also a swivel at the knee as well, though it makes things look weird if you swivel it too far. And here at the feet, you have that, again, that weird pseudo ball joint that Figma likes. So you got forward and back and rotation. And you do have a hinge as well, if you like. So, yep. Articulation's pretty straightforward. Trying to think of what I want to do. I'm going to do this now before I do accessories. Comparisons to the others that I have so far. Here's Canon, and Cuckoo. Yep, there's the three I have so far. I think that's actually right. I think Cuckoo is taller than the other two. Yeah, she's taller than the other two by a little bit. I think that is accurate to the show, if I remember correctly. I have to double check that. Yeah. So, trying to get her to stand in the way that looks right. So, yep. Once again, of course, it's because she's a Figma. She comes with accessories, which thankfully you can put all in the handy little bag that comes with. So yeah, of course, you have her alternate faces, two of which is one is a bit of a little kind of bashful face, I guess. Kind of a more of a kind of weird angry smile. You have a backpack, which there's a nice little green charm thing on it. I think that's an owl. Like what's his face? I can't remember his name now. And it's got two I guess two plinths of hands, alternate hands, you know, peace hands, kind of peaceless victory, holding hands, kind of palm karate chop hands, closed fists, love hands, I guess, pointing, different pointing. And if you pre-ordered from or order from a Good Smile shop, either the US version or the international version, you get this little baggie which comes with little hand-holding hands, which I showed off before in the other video, so I'm not going to show it off again now. I'll show it off when they're all 5 of them are here, which will be for a while because Sumire was delayed, definitely. And you also got this replacement joint for just in case you screw up with the hands. There you go. And yeah, stuff is pretty straightforward. The backpack, you know, this, well, again, just to put it on, you have to remove at least one elbow, get it off the stand, and slide it up one arm and bring it around on this arm. And then there's a peg on the backpack, which go into the peg hole back there, and you put the arm back on. Unless you want her to be an amputee, which you're weird. Or you got some weird storyline or something you want to do with photos. And then you can, guys, once again, you can drop it, and then you get a peg hole back there, and there you go. She now can stand with her backpack. Hooray. And swapping the face is also pretty straightforward. Just go ahead and pull the front of the hair off, and that might bring the face with it. Look into the horrible, flying monstrosity, and then, yep, swap a new face on, and there you go, and tap the hair on. There you go. Now she is plotting or scheming or something. And yeah, hand swap's pretty simple. Just pop it off the peg and pop the new one on, and there you go. Simple, straightforward, and there you go. Yep, it's pretty good. I haven't had any real issues. She's got a good faces. The backpack is nice. Backpack has a nice little charm on it, and everything's pretty straightforward and simple. She looks good. There's nothing really anything wrong with it. Everything works well. Yeah, if you're into Love Life, pick it up. Pick her up. She's great. Chisato. Yeah, there's really not a whole lot to say about these Figmas because I mean it's kind of pretty straightforward. But yeah, accessory count. The only thing is, yeah, accessory count is that whole thing. I think Love Life stuff tends to be a little more spendy. Let's see. And now that the yen is starting to bounce back, she's a lot. It's less. So I spent $60 on her. In if you buy her from the U.S. shop, it's $80 shipped and everything. With shipping, is $80, and from the international shop, it cost me a little over $60. Versus Kanon and Kuku cost me 55 because yen's bouncing back because they all cost 8,800 yen or thereabouts. So yeah, a little spendier if you buy her in the U.S., but yeah, I would say she's not worth the price if you buy her at the U.S. shop. But if you buy her from the international shop or just any of the Japanese shops, then yeah, $60-ish is kind of worth it. Although again, maybe pushing things a little bit just because, yeah, it's Love Live and they just kind of command a little bit more of a premium. So there's that. So anyway, that's it for this review. I hope you found it informative. I hope you found it entertaining. I hope you like, comment, subscribe. Check out my Twitter, my Nemesis Prime 1. Check out my co-host, cohost.com/Nemesis-Prime. There's also Coffee and Patreon if you want to support me. And so see you next time with another review.